guys, what is going on? Welcome to Stef ABtv. Now, if you've been a long-term subscriber of the channel, you'll know that I have a pretty big kind of love affair, I guess, with the MINI GP3. Now, behind me is a very special MINI JCW. Now, bear with me. What this car can give you is something that the MINI GP3 can't. This is the MINI JCW DT edition. Now, I know what you guys must be thinking. What is this? What is this DT edition car? Is it just the JCW? Well, in collaboration with Deutchtech and Luxewerx to bring you this 2020 MINI DT edition JCW. Now, from a power perspective, this car still remains at the 230 odd horsepower it is, 0 to 60 around the 5.9 second mark, but where this car really does come into its own is with the handling pack, which we're going to have a little bit of a test drive shortly. Now, when we talk about the things that this car has done to it, one of the most important things is, of course, the handling pack. And what does that consist of? Well, the first thing we get the 30mm I-back lowering springs. You get 30mm both front and back. We get 15mm TPI spacers front and back. And as you can see, you can probably see by the angles here, the wheels sit perfectly. They sit really, really nice. There isn't much arch gap, but if I come to the front of the car, one of the first things you'll see is that it's not too low, so it doesn't make this obnoxiously low that you can't go over speed bumps. So that's a plus point. Of course, when you start to play around with lowering cars and suspension, etc., you need to make sure that the alignment is right on the wheels. So what the team have done is they've done a KDS laser wheel alignment, so all the wheels are perfectly straight, which means the handling on this thing is going to be pretty mega. And as you can see, we're here at Bruntingthorpe, so I'm going to have ample opportunity to really push this car and see what it's like before this goes on sale. Well, it's on sale now. You can order it because this video is launched on the 12th. And the car is available to order, so if you want one of these after I finish the video, link in the description and go and speak to Dave. Along with the 15mm spacers and the 30mm springs, we also get this ultra racing strut brace, which means the car's going to definitely feel more rigid and stiff around the corners, and ultimately the handling should be pretty spot on. But they've also played around with the exhaust. Here we've got a custom OPF back exhaust done by Deutchtech, and here's what it sounds like. Now, I think you'll agree that that sounds pretty mega, especially nowadays when the car world is getting battered by the world of OPF filters. Now, this is OPF back, which means that you've got pretty much straight pipe all the way back from the OPF filter all the way out the back of the exhaust, and it does sound good. I'm hoping we'll get some nice pops and crackles out of the exhaust once we really start to punch it. But what about the styling of this car? What have Deutschwerx and Luxewerx pulled together to make this car look different to what it is? The first and most obvious thing in front of us here, which I think looks absolutely mega, by the way, guys, is this absolutely nuts AC Schnitzer front splitter. How good does that look? We also get this very nice kind of customized bonnet scoop, which you can see there, DT edition. This is car number 1, but whichever car you get, you'll get the relevant number associated to the car you have. Now, you'll also notice that this car looks pretty stealth alongside the beautiful white, but there's no real hint of chrome, and the reason for that is that Luxewerx have done a kind of belt line delete pack, so they've basically stealthed it out. We also have these very nice kind of V2 front bumper decals, which looks really, really nice, which pair up nicely with the kind of winglet decal as well. So you can see that it's by the JCW badge, we've got a nice black insert here, which just goes well. The black and white on this car does look so, so nice. I really, really do like this. If you do opt to go for this car, you'll also get a £35 paint protection detailing kit, which will be free of charge. And of course, this is a DT edition car. However, you can buy this package on any new MINI JCW. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does it work and what's the price? Well, the guys from VVT, they're the ones who cover the transportation from Heathrow all the way to Deutchtech to have this work done. You're probably thinking, hang on, if I want to buy one of these, how much is it going to cost? Well, customer deposits of £2,250 based on a 48-month PCP at 8,000 miles will cost you £299 a month. So if that interests you, make sure to get in touch. But don't go just yet, because what we need to do now is have a go of this thing and just see how good it is right here at well, we've got an airfield, so this should be good fun. Now, here's the thing that this car can do that the MINI GP3 can't. The MINI GP3 cannot give you a manual box, and nowadays when you think about, oh hello, those are nice, and nowadays when you think about the way cars are going and, you know, the niceties of just kind of engaging a gear. Now, the thing is, I think some of you guys might be watching this video going, hang on a minute, this is just a JCW with some mods. But the good thing with this kind of stuff is that isn't that what most of us tend to do anyway? We jump in a car, we drive for a bit, realise we want to make it slightly better, We go and take it to a tuner or someone who does modifications, particularly around lowering it, because we just prefer the look of lowered cars, and then we modify it. And then when we do modify it, we end up losing things like warranty and stuff. Well, this is the beauty with this package. The DT edition, the kind of Luxewerx Deutchtech collaboration, means you get to keep your warranty. Whereas on a GP3, yes, it's a bigger engine, but you don't get anywhere near. Look at that. The niceties of using a clutch and changing gear. Yes, a GP3 might have 306 horsepower, but it doesn't do that. And having a manual car is just incredible. It's just such a pleasurable experience. And as you can see here, what a great place to kind of test this handling package. Quite stable at speed, 100 miles an hour. Oh man, I'll tell you what, and that's the thing with the lowered car. The first thing I will do, because no matter DT edition or not, this armrest always annoys me, because I've driven a JCW, 230 odd horsepower, sub 6 seconds 0 to 60, but this, when you're using a manual car, it's not the greatest, because, well anyway, we've resolved that problem. But initial thoughts, initial impressions, that exhaust, that sounds great. You can hear it there. Very nice, not very drony. And again, guys, take this into account that you buy this car brand new from Mini, and you keep your warranty. And it's fun. And the thing is, we're unfortunate because Mini preach go-kart feel. Well, what better place to test their latest go-kart with modifications and enhancements by Deutchtech Luxewerx, or by taking it to Brunsingthal Proving Grounds. I mean, Brunsingthal Aerodrome, sorry. Oh, you can lean on that. Very shortly in the standard JCW, because I want to see a direct comparison between the two, because whilst I may have driven, oh look at that, it's flipping out, there's no roll whatsoever. Whilst I may have driven a JCW, it was probably around about 5-6 months ago, so it's not really the fairest comparison. But if we've got one here, so we're going to jump into that car very shortly, but it's a very nice technical chicane, and we're going to hang it around there to really exploit those lowered springs, 30mm and 50mm spacers. They might look good, but does it make a difference? Let's find out. In we come, into second, chucking it in. Look at that. Hang it round there, hanging it round here. Oh, that's lovely. Hanging that, look at that. You literally just come out and go and change gear with the 6-speed manual box. What more do you want? Wow, okay. It handles. I mean, I'm going to slow down just a touch, because whilst it's great to have a runway, and we can probably run a top speed run, we all know what that is, you can just Google it. But if I was to kind of just put it into, if we imagine that there's a technical circuit here and I start to throw it, so, you know, we can throw it left, right, look at that, it's so stable. They've done a good job. They have done a really good job, I'll tell you that. Right, so you know my thoughts on the MINI JCW DT edition. Now, one of the biggest things that we talked about was around how it handles, how it sounds. On my right, we've got an original MINI JCW, also manual. The only thing this doesn't have is any of the tuning style package that we hit from the DT, but what I will be able to do in this is go and experience pretty much immediately what this thing's like to drive as a complete different comparison. So I'll be right back. Right, so I can immediately hear that the exhaust isn't as loud in this car, which you would expect. From a handling perspective though, it's a little bit less stiffer instantly. I'm not feeling as much as, sorry, less stiff than the DT edition. If I was to kind of start doing the same thing I did in the other one and kind of start throwing it, oh wow. Now, there's a lot more wallowing going on here, a lot more wallowing. The DT edition is much more grounded, much more planted, but you guys know that. You know that already, because people who obviously have modified their cars will know that yes, they look good, but they also serve a purpose. I mean, I was hanging it round this corner. I'm not as confident. It still takes it, but I don't have as much confidence in this version than I do in the DT edition. And that's testament just to how well the kind of handling pack and the experience with the exhaust, it's just cool, man. Nothing against this car, because I've driven one of these and I love them. I think they're amazing. But you put the DT edition package on it, you buy a new car and you put the DT edition package on it, you're gonna have a good time, I'll tell you that. That's a very interesting comparison. So, as I said earlier on in the car, I've got nothing against this Mini JCW. In fact, I think it's a brilliant car. It's probably one of the best hot hatches you can actually buy. But if we pan around here and you start to really see what you get from the DT edition, I think it's really good value for money. The handling is much improved, the styling looks incredibly aggressive, and also the exhaust sounds really nice indeed. Now, for the sake of a 2,250 deposit and 299 quid a month, I think you're winning. And as I said, this car gives you what the Mini GP3 can't, a manual gearbox. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. My name's been Steph, you guys have been awesome. Make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching, bye bye.